All right, you're welcome back to the show. Still Good Morning Anambra right here on ABS TV. We all know that democracy flourishes when all groups of society are represented in the electoral process, and it's important to try to increase the participation, the influence and representation of citizens in political process and governance structure, because an informed and empowered citizenry is actually crucial component of a healthy and a resilient democracy. So today we'll be looking at the topic promoting inclusiveness in electoral processes, and we have with us this morning Paulson Okeke. Paulson Okeke is a public affairs analyst. Good morning to you, Paulson. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, viewers. Please join us.
Okay, and once again, just to let you know that you can equally be part of this program, this discussion this morning. The line for you to call us on is equally displayed on the screen. So you are free to call in and make one or two contributions. All right, let's quickly start with talking about inclusiveness in electoral process. We all know that inclusiveness is just a practice or policy of involving people. But now, when we are talking about an electoral process, I want us to start from there and know what are we actually looking at.
What we are looking at when we talk about inclusiveness in the electoral process is very, very simple. You and I, to get involved in the process, what does that mean? Go and register. Be part of the electoral process. Because if you don't register, you cannot be part of the process. It doesn't take you much than making yourself available at a registration center. Just get out there, prepare yourself. Even if it is going to take you a whole day, what is important is to get yourself fully registered to be able to exercise your franchise as a citizen of that particular society, of that particular country. Where you do not, you cannot blame the government of the day. So in order to be able to criticize a particular government, to say a particular government has done well or not done well, you have to be included in the electoral process, in the selection process, because getting registered is to be involved in the selection process. Is it election? We call it. Whatever we call it, get involved. That is what it is all about.
Well, I don't even know why you use the word selection process.
Yeah.
Because somebody, I was discussing with somebody, I think that was yesterday. The person was like that we are not actually conducting election in the country because it's just a group of people coming together to pick one person in the interest of like how many millions of people in the country. I don't know if you share in that view because you're using the word selection.
I only share it because look at what is happening in the primaries. They just concluded primaries for various political parties. We are mere selection. Because people will go buy their forms, register and do everything. And they say they are using delegates. In the process, last minute directive will come. This is where we are going. And everybody will kowtow along the line. So it's selection. The process, the democratic process is not there yet. But we keep on looking forward to having it one day. The problem we have in Nigeria today is what people call leadership recruitment process. It's a very dangerous thing for any society because our recruitment process is still faulty. People are not allowed to choose who their leader is. They are bribed, they are bought. Look at the PDP convention. It was just the highest bidder. So no society makes progress like that. That is why we will say that our recruitment process is still faulty. It is still bad. It is not democratic. It is still money, highest bidder. I wish Nigerians are allowed to choose who their leader will be.
Now, That be the reason why some citizens actually exclude themselves from the electoral processes.
Yeah, majorly you can say so. Because when people look at what the process, they will say, we are not there yet. Therefore, he's not going to align himself with what is going on. But it's still very wrong. As a citizen, you have a franchise. You have a right to say, I want Mr. A, Citizen A, to be our president. You go and vote for Citizen A. Who is your choice? At the end of the day, you have done your own part. If the faulty electoral process produces a wrong person, well, you take it. But one thing is that you have participated. You have taken part in the electoral process. That is the inclusiveness we are talking about. You will not. It is wrong for you to say, is it not after casting our vote, they will give it to another person. Therefore, I'm not going anywhere. Let me stay in my house and sleep. You are not doing your society any good.
I also want to ask, this exclusion actually, does it have its own disadvantages?
Yeah, exclusion or inclusion?
Exclusion.
Yeah, exclusion has a lot of disadvantages. That's what I said. That it is because we keep on excluding the right people that has put us where we are in this country today. Because our democratic process has not actually thrown up the best for us. We have the best everywhere. In every election, the best always come out. But the process always trying to undermine the best and throw up what we could call a wrong candidate. And he becomes a winner. When he emerges, whatever they give you, you take. That is it. It's very wrong.
Okay, just going a bit away from talking about inclusiveness, let's look at some of the electoral process. Now, starting from purchasing of forms, from the political parties to conducting primaries and all that. Do you see anything faulty with all the electoral process we have also? Because some people are of the opinion that some things need to be done in a certain way that people will be actually represented, because we are talking about democracy, but it seems that it's just group of people that will come up with a candidate, like deciding on a particular candidacy.
You see, the process starts from one, like you say, purchasing of forms. When a young man who has barely made 50 million naira who want to contest for a particular position, and you now say, your form only is 50 million naira. So where will the young man, after buying the form, do you still want to encourage him to contest? He will look at his pocket and say, if I have 50 million naira and the form only is 50 million naira, what am I going there to do? What money am I going to use to continue? So you have denied him that opportunity because he will not come out. So that is where the political parties still get it wrong. The sale of forms should be at least something that anybody can afford. It shouldn't be anything much more than a million naira. After all, it's a paper. You do not spend 100,000 naira to print that form. So selling it 1 million naira is something else. It means it's a process to discourage some people already. Now, you say you are using a particular process to select. People will queue or people will undergo screening, everything. At the end of the day, they come out. Somehow you say he is disqualified. Why are you disqualifying him? Is he not qualified in the first place? What does the Constitution, our Nigerian Constitution say? A requirement to contest election. Was it not school cert? Yeah. If somebody has school cert, he's qualified. You look at the character. If he doesn't have character, okay. He doesn't have integrity, okay. But we don't look at all these things, because a man will be standing trial in the court for criminal offenses, for corruption, and is contesting for the highest office in the land. It should not be in any crime society. A man who is standing trial for criminal charges or for any criminal charge should not stand for election except in Nigeria. It is wrong. They will tell you he's still innocent until a court says he's guilty. We agree. But morality, where is morality? We don't think about that. Our conscience should tell us we are standing trial, therefore we are not qualified. We need to disqualify ourselves before anybody disqualifies us. But in this country, we don't disqualify such people. Otherwise, many of those people who are now contesting for presidency should not. Because they don't have morals. If they do, they know that they are standing trials. The same thing as anybody contesting elective positions here and there. So long as you have a criminal charges against you and you are standing trial, please, my brother, stay out until you are cleared. That is morals. But in Nigeria, it is not like that. So when these things are happening, the political parties themselves are so culpable that they are the problem of the leadership recruitment process we are talking about. Because it's only political parties that sponsor candidates. If Nigerian constitution is such that anybody who wants to contest will come out as independent candidates, there are many clean Nigerians who will not want to align with political parties, and they come out and they can contest and win. But because Nigerian constitution has made it that it's only political party, so you go to political parties, when the chairman of a particular party doesn't like your face, my brother, forget it, you are not going anywhere. And that is how it is in this country today. Or he has any other interest. You can be 20 clean men, what I say clean unquote, but you can be 20 men who have integrity, who have capacity, who have what it takes to run for a particular office. But because you are not in the good book of certain people, you cannot go. That is the problem we have. We keep on throwing up wrong leaders every day in every election. That is the problem of our society. And to get it right, until we begin to practice what is called democracy, the way it is practiced in other societies. I keep on saying, we still have military hangover in Nigeria in our democratic process. Because we are people who should decide, continue to look at themselves as men who are the final arbiters. They are demigods. So that's the problem. So if they don't like you, they don't like you, and you cannot pass through them to get to that place. That's most unfortunate in our society.
Okay, we've actually touched the area where people need to register, because that's the first thing we need to do as citizens. Then what about those people that are registered and they are willing to come out on the election day to actually cast their vote? And sometimes we notice that most of them are being disenfranchised. They are not included. Their names might not even be included in the registers and all that. So what do you think should be the role of the electoral umpire as we are gearing up towards 2023 general elections?
INEC has a lot of works to do. And the INEC is doing that work now, because they are doing what is called revalidation of voters' card. These are the processes that can make you not to vote. They said those whose voters' card are registered before 2011 should go and they revalidate them so that you wouldn't have any excuse. INEC has another process of asking voters. They do what is called voter display of voters list, voters list. So before election, INEC will paste all the lists at particular voting booths. You go to your voting center, they bring all the voters, paste it there, and they call on the citizens. Go there, go and they verify. What else are they required to do? But because we have what we call apathy, everybody is busy chasing one thing or the other. Those who are not chasing value to sleep, to stay indoors and sleep. Those who don't value to sleep will go out doing a lot of frivolities, other than to go and do this national assignment. Go, check, is your name in the register? As simple as that. It doesn't take you anything, it wouldn't cost you money. So INEC is doing their own. It is left for the citizens to do their own. But the citizens have refused to do their own part. Because we are busy chasing one thing or the other. Because of that, during the election, you go there, my name is not in the voters list. I don't know what to do. And we begin to criticize INEC. While the INEC has given you a window to make sure that your name is there. The essence of this display of voters list is that if your name is not there, you go and report to INEC. They will check and include you so that you will be eligible to vote. But the citizens don't do that. We are so apathetic to our elections, obviously because of one reason or the other. Mostly, it's not, my vote will not count. Who told you it will not count? Go and do your own. Your vote must count, especially this time when we are using technology. It is as you vote, it is transmitted to INEC server in Abuja. It is also transmitted to INEC server in Oka. So the moment you vote, go, you are counted. So we are evolving. Thank God we will get there very soon like others.
Well, just like we are seeing displaying on the screen, are people queuing up with their voters card? I mean, they went there to collect their voters card. So, well, it's important that everyone should be part of the process by first and foremost obtaining your voters card. If your own is lost or you have any issue, all you need to do now is just go to the INEC office nearby and know how you can get the issue solved right now. Not when the election is around the corner, you start shouting that you might be disenfranchised and all that.
INEC has even given you an opportunity. If your own is lost, you go and register. And I have a friend who lost her own somewhere. Asked me, where can I do that? I said, go to INEC. I have a friend that works in INEC. Go to INEC, ask about so and so person. They have registered her. There are many who don't know how to go about it. Go to your INEC local government. Go to state. Ask questions, those who know. They will tell you. They will guide you. Go and register. Then if you have relocated from one point to another, for instance, you are living in Oka, you are living in Ifite, and somehow you have relocated to Amenyi or Amobi or any other part. Go to INEC. Tell them, I was living in Ifite, registered in Ifite, but now I'm living so and so place. They will transfer you. These are the processes INEC has undertaken to make sure that nobody is denied the opportunity. So if you have been living in the north and you relocated to the east, you still have opportunity. Take it, go to INEC office. It is there in your local government. It is there in the state. It is everywhere. INEC even go to particular areas. Go to the churches around you. Ask questions. They will do it for you. Please make sure that you must vote in this election. And the only way you can do that is to go and register and obtain INEC voters card. It is very, very important that you do this.
Well, I think that some individuals have taken it upon themselves to see how they can actually help people to get registered. Because if you go to places like here in Oka, places like St. Patrick's Cathedral, you see there are people there that can actually help you to do the registration, probably if you don't even know how to go about it. So all you need to do, if you feel that going to the INEC office, it's going to be tedious or difficult for you, you can ask around. There are places people have taken this particular move upon themselves to see how can they can help and see that people get registered for the coming election, that is the 2023 general election. Now let's talk about the role the government have to play in all this. And also, you know, we are very religious and we also listen to our religious leaders. Whatever it is that they say, we actually listen to them and do act accordingly. So what role should they play? Because we are talking about promoting inclusiveness in the electoral process.
Yeah. You see, the advocacy is everywhere. In churches, in the markets. The advocacy is there. Religious leaders have been playing their own role because in the church, Every day they will make every church, every Sunday, they see that announcement about ongoing voter registration exercise. In my own church, the Catholic Church, we do it there. I don't know about other churches, but I know that the churches have this responsibility and they've been discharging it. They've been making these announcements in churches. But one particular thing is the people. The people. Yesterday, I was talking to a group of friends, and when we were discussing, maybe informal discussions, 3 people from that group who said they don't have voters card. And I was like, what kind of nonsense is that? You, at your age. And I told them, why are you criticizing Buhari that he doesn't know what he's doing? Why? You don't have a right to criticize him, man. And I told them, why did you criticize Obiano that he doesn't know what he was doing? You never had any right to criticize anybody you never voted for. It is morals. You don't. Because you were not part of the process that threw him up. Therefore, you are not qualified to say he's doing a wrong thing or a right thing. Not until you become a part of it. You have a right. Well, so that is it. So I'm still appealing to people. Shake off those things that are bringing you back. Go and register. It is very, very important. It is everywhere. If you go out now, you see young people who don't know how to go about it. And the worst thing is that they don't ask questions. They are okay with using their phones to press up and down. But even you can use your phone you are holding in your hand to register. It is there.
Well, funnily as this may sound, but I applaud that move. I came across a post on the social media where a popular influencer that used to do giveaways to people said that the next time she's doing giveaway, if you don't show her your PVC, you're not going to be part of the largest.
Yeah,
I think I actually applaud that move.
Yeah, I applaud her too. That's advocacy. Many people are doing that because you open your WhatsApp or your Facebook, you can always see links. You can click to this link to register and so on. So even if you cannot go, because you have an Android phone, you can register without going to stress yourself. But the important thing remains, you should go out because you need that card. After registration, you still go to INEC to obtain the card.
All right,
do that.
We continue with our discussion right here in the studio, but let's get to hear what the people have to say about promoting inclusiveness in electoral process.
What they can do to make sure that everybody is part of this process, part of this election. For instance, there's need for creation of awareness, okay, to all manner of people in the society. Okay, let them know the benefits of participating in this forthcoming election so that nobody will be left out, because their vote will really count at the end of the day. So it's important for everybody to know the inherent benefits of being a part of the process of electing the leaders, people that will govern the states tomorrow, okay? And the government can equally try by creating a means of transportation, a means of getting them to come to the polling centers to vote so that they can be part and parcel of the process.
If there is security, I think most people will come out to come and vote. Because of this threat of no election in Anambra, a lot of people are actually scared. A lot of people I've spoken to have said on that day they will just go into their houses and wait. Understand? If the government can ensure that there is security, if you come out, you vote and go back to your house without being hurt, it will encourage people to come out to vote. Then secondly, they need to make sure that people's vote actually counts. Because most times when people vote, at the end of the day, it's not the person that the majority voted for that wins the election. So it's a turn off for most guys. So this makes people to be frustrated and are like, after all, my vote will not count. So they will just sit at home. I think if these two things are actually handled properly, everybody will come out to vote. Anybody that's of voting age will come out and vote. The major thing that will solve this problem is electronic voting. If the INEC can create an app that everybody can download on their phone and then register with your NIN, if you can do that, everybody can sit at home and vote. I think that's the solution to all these problems. If you're disabled, if you're elderly, if you have your phone at home and you have the INEC app, verified by INEC and registered with your NIN, and you are of voting age, you can sit out at home and vote.
It has to start with reaching out to all these deformed persons in our society before this election, reaching out to them during the voters registration to go out there and register and obtain their permanent voters card. If it is not possible for them to move to the venue of registration, government will now make everything possible to reach to them so that they can register and be able to vote and to cast their vote. Maybe during the registration, the elections, if they are not able to come close to the election venue, government will make everything possible to reach out to them, either providing security that will go there to bring them to the venue, that they will cast their vote and then have that sense of belonging in our society, because most of them are complaining. But government, it is the job of the government, or even all of us, because we are also part of government. Society itself, non-governmental organizations, churches, towns and villages, town unions, make everything possible to educate our youth, telling them the importance of coming out to vote, because when you come out to vote, you will now vote your conscience. Vote people who will be our true leaders. If you don't come out to vote, maybe the house will come out.
My PVC is my right to vote. You understand? If I have my PVC, I can vote any person I like. You understand? Like in Nigeria, we have a lot of problems, and as 2023 is coming up like this, you know, many people do say they don't go into voting because their vote will not count. But with my PVC, if you have your PVC, if I have my PVC, I can vote, you can vote. We can vote any candidate of our choice, even though in Nigeria today our votes don't count. You understand? Because of the corruption, because of the rigging. But with my PVC, I can vote anybody I feel like, yes, this is the person I need. This is the person I want to rule us. You understand? This is the person I want as my governor, my president. I can vote the person because I have my PVC. But without your PVC, you cannot vote anybody.
Complaining that the leadership is bad and you don't have a PVC shows that you are not a good Nigerian. So you should not complain. But when you have PVC, it gives you the right to vote for a choice leader. So that alone is a good benefit, aside from other things you can do with your PVC.
There's a lot of benefits. I choose the right leader myself, right? I have the choice, the privilege to say this person will be the person to lead me, and actually prove that I'm a full citizen of a country. I can make order, I can, partake in taking decision in a country. So there's a lot of privilege, of arming myself, but these are the one that's actually come out to my mind now, for now. For exactly this ongoing election that's going on, as a citizen, I need to say this person is the right person for me, being a government, because we are the government, right? So we are saying that this person is going to be the right person to lead us, the right person to stand for us.
You have civic responsibility to register as a voter. Why it is necessary? Because Nigeria has passed through different stages. Because if you look at our developmental stride, it is linked to free and fair election, the power of the people to elect their leaders. Because if you don't have a leader that you have elected, they won't do your bidding. They will not take care of your problem. That's why Nigeria is like it is having a lot of problems.
Be able to make your choice as a Nigerian. Not only complain and complain. Every election cycle, after each election, you have leaders and people keep complaining. Why don't you be part of the people making the decision by voting? Well, I encourage everybody to have I have my own PVC. I've been voting since 1999.
You're welcome back to the show, and you agree with me, Paulson, that the people actually raised a valid point where they were talking about the benefit of registering for their PVC and getting their PVC. But then again, somebody said something about security, government making sure that people are secured even when they will go to collect their PVC and on the election day proper. Because you can remember what happened in Imo State where the government attacked those people that were issuing PVCs to people.
You see, for a man who doesn't want to do anything or do a particular thing, he will always find a way to justify that reason. When a people are anxious, eager to do a particular thing, they will be united, they close their ranks. The attack of unknown gunmen or not, anybody who still wants to vote, to register, could always find a way to register and vote. It's a determination, it's a commitment that unknown gunmen went to some areas to disrupt the registration process is most unfortunate. It's a big challenge. But the people should not allow such to draw them back. The people should find a way. The government is not sleeping about this security thing during elections. The government is always prepared because they have known already that there are these challenges. And they are trying to square up to it. So let us first of all do what we are supposed to do as citizens. During elections, there must be a way to contain those security issues.
Okay, another person actually mentioned INEC bringing up innovative ways whereby we can now, start doing what is already obtainable in the developed world, voting from home wherever you are with your device. I know it's not something we can achieve in this particular election, but do you see it as a way that when it's being done in our nation, Nigeria, it will also help to promote inclusiveness?
Yeah, it should be marvelous. Because you don't have to labor yourself about going to the polling unit again, rather than pick up your phone. Just click an app and you vote and drop your phone and continue sleeping. Yeah, like I was watching a kind of a drama, but it's an American. No, I think the woman is an activist addressing some people over there in Nevada, United States, telling people the importance of voting over there in America. And he said, with your phone, you stay in your house and vote. So I wish it could be possible here sometime to come, so that we don't have to labor ourselves again, and to engender the inclusiveness we are talking about. So we are looking up to it.
Looking forward to that. All right, again, we are still talking about inclusiveness, and we know that there are people, there are members of disability community that most times they find it difficult to even assess some of this, like even on the day of the election, coming to the election venue to cast their vote and all that. So one of the respondents actually said something about that if people can actually help, apart, because we are not going to be heaping everything on the government, because he said the government should help, government should go and bring them to the place, the venue for where the voting is taking place. So how can individuals, how can the masses, the people, actually help these ones that might find it difficult to assess some of this?
Yeah, people can actually help by offering some aid, assistance. If you have a a neighbor who is physically challenged and he or she has a voter's card, if you are going out to vote during elections, then you can help her or help him. If somebody that uses a wheelchair, you can help to push him to that place. If you have a car, you can help to drop him or her. It's very simple. If he's a blind man, you can lead him to that place, and so on. It's a corporal work of mercy this time. So it's being human. In order to just help the person during the election, you help him or her to come out. So it is a challenge to us, not INEC, because INEC cannot go to their various homes.
The only thing they can do is to make for them on the place where the election is happening.
Yeah, but for us who are living with them in various places, they should come. Because if there's a disabled community and they are living together in a place, you can say INEC, go there and put a polling unit there, but there's no such facility around us. So the only thing that we can do is that we members of the society could help those who are around us.
Okay, and still again talking about sensitization, someone mentioned about sensitization from the town union, then the media, and everyone that is involved, even the stakeholders, so that people will see the need for them to come out and cast their votes. So we shun voter apathy, because that's one of the things that we are struggling with, especially in this part of the country, the southeastern part of the country. Yeah, a lot of people see it as a waste of time, or they see the day of the election as a public holiday that they just need to sit back at home and relax.
Yeah, it is still boiled down to what we are saying, apathy. Because one, like this registration thing, it's only politicians you see moving up and down, trying to encourage people to go and vote. And other than other people like town unions and so on. The town unions here should pick it up, because individually we all come from communities. And I believe every community has a town union. We still have what I can call opinion leaders. Opinion leaders are in every society, they are in every community. Urge people who listen to you. Because if you tell a man will go and tell his wife and children, they will go. If you tell a bachelor will tell his friends. Tell a spinster, she will tell her friends. Let us go. So we all have responsibilities to register. And we have people who influence us. We have role models. But you see politicians moving up and down, bringing out money, mobilizing. It is not because it is their business. It is your business as well. So long as you are a citizen, it's your business. Do not wait to be mobilized. You will not tell me you have not heard about ongoing voter registration exercise. It is there on the radio every day. It is there on the television every day. It is there on your phone every day. So please take advantage of the ongoing registration exercise. Your vote definitely will count this time around. And luckily we have a candidate. We have a candidate. Please, there's no mentioning name, but we know our candidate. Please come out, do something to support your own. Because we've been crying, we have not been given opportunity because we don't have people. Now we have somebody. Come out, go and give him your vote. Whatever it is, go and give him your best. That is it.
Well, on that note, we want to say a very big thank you to you, Paulson, for joining us this morning on the show. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, viewers, for staying with us.
Well, thank you so much. And just like you've heard from him, that this is what everyone should be involved with. It's not just talking about the government or the electoral umpire, but everyone, including you and I. Go and get your PVC if you don't have, or if you have any issue with yours, go and rectify it right now, because there is still time for that. And the process is ongoing, so that on the election day, come next year, we all will go out and vote. And to tell you this time around, your vote will count. Thank you so much for joining us on the show this morning. My name is Chidima Oranwa. See you again tomorrow. Bye.